Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Lakshmi shows Rishi the pen drive that she found during the festival, and Rishi and Lakshmi watched the real pen drive footage and they were shocked. So let's continue from there. In the morning at the Obrey's house, Ahana comes to Neelam and Virendra and says there is a big good news. Karishma comes there and says I will tell them the news. She tells them that the criminal that poisoned the food at the hotel is found. They both says it at the same time. Neelam and Virendra ask that what did you say? Grandma says she will tell them, and she tells them that Rishi went to the police station. Karishma asks Grandma if good news is told like this. She tells them that the real criminal is found and Rishi's innocence is proved and Rishi is freed without any problems. Virendra thank God. He says now they will be proved innocent. Neelam says our name will be saved now. She asks how did this happen and how was the criminal found? Grandma says who can do this miracle? Because there's one person who can do this. Neelam says yes, our son Rishi. Grandma says no, Lakshmi Rishi Obrey did it. Ahana tells everyone that Lakshmi has found the pen drive and she showed it to the family. She says Lakshmi's sister-in-law has done a miracle and says she is a miracle for us. Karishma asks, really? First, Lakshmi traps us and then she acts to get us freed, so stop praising her. Virendra asks that how did Ahana and Karishma knows this news first and we did not know. Ahana tells them that Ayush was going and he overheard Rishi and Lakshmi, so he told them the good news. Grandma says Lakshmi told her early this morning that Rishi will be freed from all the charges now and says now she wants a prize. Virendra asks them about the guilty person. He asks that who is the criminal. Ahana says Rishi will tell us later. Neelam says whoever the criminal is, I want to see that person hanged to death. Rishi went to the jail due to that person. Grandma says even Lakshmi had gone to jail, and Neelam says that she wants to see the guilty person hanged to death. Malishka wakes up hearing the door knocking sound and she gets angry. Balvinda falls down from the bed hearing the door knocking sound. He thinks that why is someone knocking on the door when they have doorbell ring? Kiran opens the door and finds Rishi standing with the police with him, and she gets shocked and says Rishi. Rishi comes inside Malishka's house and sees Malishka standing. Balvinda sees the police and thinks that Malishka called the police on me, even after letting me stay here. He then thinks that Malishka wouldn't have called the police now. He thinks to wait. Rishi tells Malishka that he has seen the footage and he asks, since when have you become like this? He says you were in the hotel that day and says I have seen the truth. Rishi says to Malishka that we had gone to the police station in the morning with the footage. A flashback is shown. The inspector checks the pen drive and says now the real criminal is caught. Lakshmi asks if Rishi is proved innocent. The inspector says yes and says I feel sorry that Rishi had to stay in jail. The inspector asks that didn't you know that there was CCTV camera at the hotel kitchen before? Ayush says you would have thought about this earlier instead of punishing Rishi and Lakshmi. Lakshmi says it is okay. Now the criminal will be caught. The inspector says he would go and catch the criminal. Rishi says I will come with you and the flashback ends. Rishi tells Malishka that he has brought the inspector, the lady constable and the constable too. Kiran asks why Rishi. Rishi says I had gone to Balvinda's house and I found my phone there. Balvinda thinks that Malishka will go to jail now. He thinks that I will go to jail if I get caught and he thinks to escape. Rishi tells Malishka that she has broken his heart. Malishka says I did not break your heart and says I will tell everything that happened. Lakshmi and Ayush are sitting at the police station. Lakshmi says to Ayush that how would the police catch Balvinda? He had eloped yesterday. Ayush asks Lakshmi to think that Rishi is freed of all charges. He says you are good and he tells her that Shalu is not bad too. Lakshmi says in the footage, Malishka was with Balvinda and they used to meet because Shalu saw them. Lakshmi says to Ayush that Balvinda and Malishka did this together. My heart is saying this. Ayush says if your heart is saying it, then you are right. But until Balvinda confesses, then we cannot give the final say. Malishka says to Rishi that everyone knows that I can do anything for you, for your love, and I have waited so much to marry you. Lakshmi tells Ayush that Malishka would confess just as she thinks that she is about to get caught. She says she just wants Rishi and she can do wrong for him, and Ayush says that she has already done wrong and she will be punished. Malishka tells Rishi that she couldn't see him going closer to Lakshmi and so she did a mistake. Ayush says to Lakshmi that I swear to you, I will make Malishka bad and I will make her sit on the donkey and roam in the city. He asks if Rishi did not doubt Malishka seeing the footage. Malishka apologized to Rishi. Balvinda thinks that don't say anything, Malishka. Rishi asks Malishka that what mistake have you done? Malishka says in the hotel, and then she realized that Rishi did not know anything about her involvement and she thinks that she was stupid to think that she has been exposed. Rishi says to Malishka that I saw the footage and Balvinda did this. Malishka says she did not see Balvinda and she pretended, asking if Balvinda come there that day. She lied that she did not see Balvinda there and she swore that she would have killed Balvinda if she had seen him. She says, I am apologizing to you earlier that I couldn't do anything for you and I did not know that you were talking about Balvinda. Rishi says to Malishka that Lakshmi was not there in the kitchen, but you were there. He says he couldn't see some of the footage of the camera because the camera were under maintenance as at the time of the incident. Malishka thinks that thank goodness that she is not caught, and Balvinda, who is hiding at the corner, thinks that Malishka is trapping him. Kiran asks Rishi that why did he bring the police here? Rishi says Balvinda is not in his house and the inspector thinks that Balvinda can kill you. Malishka says Balvinda will not harm me. He has no enmity with me. The inspector says then you can have friendship with him if he is not your enemy, and Malishka is shocked. Malishka says to the inspector that Balvinda is Rishi's real enemy and you are saying that I will befriend him. The inspector says maybe he came here to kill Malishka or to take her help. Kiran says my daughter has no connection with Balvinda. The inspector says when I saw the footage, I got doubtful on Malishka and he says he will search their house to confirm his doubts. Kiran, who doesn't know that Balvinda is in their house, happily asks the inspector to check her house. Malishka says, how can you say this? Kiran says, let him check the house. Balvinda thinks of what to do. Malishka thinks to use Rishi to stop the inspector. Rishi asks the inspector to go and check. Malishka asks Rishi that how can he see her getting humiliated by the police, and she asks if Rishi doesn't know what their relationship is. Malishka cried and says to Rishi that you are mine and I can give my life for you. She tells Kiran that she is her daughter and yet she doesn't trust her. She tells Rishi that everyone knows about their relationship and she asks Rishi to think about his image and she asks that how can you face everyone after insulting me? Rishi falls into Malishka's trap and he tells the inspector that he trusts Malishka and he asks the inspector not to check her house. The inspector says okay. Malishka says you gave me good news that you are freed of charges and says I will come to the police station with you and she goes to change. At the police station, the inspector gives a clean sheet to Rishi and free him of all the charges. Rishi hugs Ayush and Ayush pushes Rishi towards Lakshmi to make them hug. Lakshmi asks Rishi if he is happy. Rishi tells Lakshmi that he is happy if Lakshmi is happy. He thanks the inspector, but the inspector asks him to thank his wife for getting the evidence to get him freed, and the constable praises their love. Balvinda is worried that he might get caught. He says that he is doing everything to marry Lakshmi. Kiran says that she doesn't know why Malishka is not making Balvinda go away from her life, and she fears that Malishka will fall into trouble because of Balvinda. Balvinda angrily kicks the chairs. Kiran hears the sound and goes to check, but she couldn't find anyone, and she worries that Balvinda might be hiding in the house to attack Malishka. Ayush says that everything was fine because of Lakshmi. Malishka gets upset that everyone sings Lakshmi's praises. Ayush asks Rishi to take Lakshmi out without worrying about anyone. He asks Rishi and Lakshmi to celebrate the moment and says he wants Rishi to say thank you to Lakshmi. Ayush gives the bike keys to Rishi and he asks him to take Lakshmi on a bike ride to say thank you to her. Lakshmi says that she doesn't need his thanks. Rishi says that they are one, but Ayush means to show her value to a sweet gesture and says he doesn't know what he would do without her. Lakshmi tells Rishi that she would always be with him and Rishi is happy hearing that. Malishka says that Lakshmi will not be with Rishi after their divorce, but Ayush asks Malishka not to spoil their mood because Rishi and Lakshmi's divorce will not happen again. Malishka asks that who is Ayush to say this when Lakshmi herself asks for the divorce. Rishi tells Malishka that they should live in the present and celebrate their moment and they should not worry for the future. He asks Lakshmi for her hand. Lakshmi put her hand in Rishi's hand and Malishka grows insecure. Ayush asks Lakshmi to hold Rishi's hand with all her might and she should never leave him. Rishi says that he just wants to see Lakshmi happy and Malishka thinks that Lakshmi will not go away from Rishi now. Lakshmi holds Rishi's hand. She tells him that her happiness is with Rishi's happiness. Rishi and Lakshmi share a moment and they go on a bike ride. Ayush is really happy seeing them and he jokes on Malishka's jealousy. Ayush jokingly tells Malishka that he will drop her at home and Malishka feels that everything went wrong because of Balvinda. Kiran finds Balvinda in her house and she threatens to call the police. Balvinda stops her and asks her to listen because Malishka has hidden him in the guest room. He says that he did not come to attack but to take a shelter in their house. Balvinda asks Kiran to call Malishka and asks her and he feels helpless as Kiran is not listening to him. Rishi and Lakshmi enjoy their bike ride and Lakshmi tells Rishi about her dreams. Ayush drops Malishka at home and asks if Malishka will not thank him. Malishka tells Ayush that they are one family so she will not thank him and Ayush thinks that Malishka can keep dreaming because she will never marry Rishi. Rishi stops the bike and parks it and he tells Lakshmi that he has an important work. Lakshmi asks that what is it and Rishi says that he wants to fulfill Lakshmi's dream. Malishka comes inside and wishes to get rid of Balvinda and Lakshmi. Balvinda tells Malishka that he was waiting for her, but Malishka yells at him and she loses her temper on Balvinda and beats him up out of anger. Malishka tells Balvinda that Lakshmi and Rishi have gone to romance. They went away holding each other's hand. Balvinda asks that what is Malishka saying? Malishka cries. Balvinda says that even he is angry. Kiran asks Malishka that what is the matter? Malishka tells Kiran that Lakshmi went with Rishi and she took her place. Balvinda says he doesn't want to spare Rishi. Kiran asks Malishka to relax and calm down. She asks if she told Balvinda to stay in their house, but Malishka denies it and Balvinda is shocked. Lakshmi asks Rishi that what is he saying? Rishi repeats Lakshmi's dream which she just told him and he tells her that he would hold her hand and walk along with her, matching her steps. He says that her dream of walking with her husband while holding his hand got fulfilled now. Lakshmi feels shy and Rishi holds Lakshmi's hand and they walk together while a song plays in the background. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next update and also like this video and share it. I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.